Finding a house you want to buy is an exciting time. The house looks great in the photos, the price is right, it feels like home when you visit. But is it too good to be true?
There's no need to worry because Leighton Griffith, a real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, is here to talk about the 5 things to look at when viewing homes when you go to check them out. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me.
So if I'm going to look at homes, what are the most important things I should be focused on the outside of the house?
So when you're on the outside of the house, you want to be looking at the siding and the shingles. Siding can be made out of many different materials. Some are maintenance free and some you have to maintain by painting every so often. And then the shingles, with the high winds that we have in Fargo, you can have missing shingles that blow off your roof. And then if they're real old, you could have curling shingles, which is a red flag because not all loans will, or you won't get a loan if you have like FHA or USDA loans if those shingles need to be replaced.
Sometimes you don't look at that. I'm just thinking about curb appeal, but you're right. You need to look at those specific things. How about the windows as well when you're looking? You can see that from inside or outside.
Yes, so the windows are also really important to look at as well because those too can be made out of different materials. Some are maintenance free and some are made out of wood. And if you've got older wooden windows that have had a lot of window condensation, you could have a little bit of wood rot. Some is just surface level, so that can be fixed by sanding, and then sometimes it's a little bit deeper, so then your window is a little less efficient. And if you have real old windows, like the single pane in really old houses, your heating and cooling bills are going to be a little bit higher too because they're just less efficient.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't get cold around here.
Yeah.
It's frigid. You're right. You don't want a huge heating bill because you didn't look at the windows.
And we have actually got a picture of a wooden window that's had some window rot, and they just painted over the top of it, but it still has that rot underneath.
So take a closer look. Don't just look through the window. Look at the frame.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good
So
advice.
we've got a unique soil here as well up in the area. So what about foundations? What should we be looking at there?
Yep, so I wouldn't be so concerned with the type of foundation you have, more so just the condition. Each different type of foundation has its benefits and disadvantages. The 3 main ones that we have is block, wood, or poured foundations. And we've actually got a picture of a foundation as well. This one's a block foundation that's got steel I-beams installed to help protect that foundation from moving in. If you've got an unfinished basement, you can see the foundation, so then just look for cracks or movement. If it's a finished basement, then it's got sheetrock, so you won't be able to see the foundation.
Well, you know, talking about foundation, it just reminds me that water is also a big concern. So how do you know what you should be looking for if your home had water damage? Are there things to kind of look for?
Yep, so the 3 items that we talked about earlier can all lead to water damage if they are in poor condition. So if you've had a bad roof, you could have water stains there. If you've had a bad foundation, you could have water in the basement. Most home inspectors will have a moisture meter, so if you think there may have been moisture in the basement, they can run that moisture meter around to see if it's wet or not.
So you walk in the house, you're like, oh, this feels like home, but then all of a sudden it's got the 1960s appliances. Well, what can you do?
Yep, so it's good to know the age of the appliances as well as how long those appliances are supposed to last. If you do think that they are old, such as this water heater, this is an old water heater that's got a lot of damage. You can buy a home warranty plan that protects some up to all of the appliances for the first year. So if your furnace goes out after living in the home for a month, you know you're protected if you have that home warranty plan for the first year.
So important then to work with someone like you so you don't just get caught up in some of the shininess of other appliances. I was thinking you were going to talk about an awesome stainless steel fridge, but you know, the water heater is important too. How do people get a hold of you so they have an expert with them?
Sure, the best way is my email or my cell phone number. Email is leighton@bhhspreproperties.com, and my cell phone number is 218-371-6931.
Good stuff, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, stay with us. Coming up, Super Bowl Sunday is going to be here before we know it. You know what you're going to be cooking up yet? We've got some ideas for you after this.